Welcome everybody to the UAAP Women's Basketball Tournament Season 88. Tip-off begins with a possession here. You know, Coach Cholo has found a little bit of connection here with the players.
It all came after that huge win versus UE, and after that, things just started to click, and they've been able to string together a series of wins.
Bridget Santos gets us going here in a dramatic fashion.
Is going strong to the basket.
Absolutely, in that game against UP, she was 20. Yeah. And Bridget Santos, I mean, being a point guard for Coach Heidi, I'm sure that's so much pressure. Yeah. I'm sure she is in her ear all the time as Pao Anastasio after that win against UE.
Oh, absolutely, because it is a long season. So even though they were 0-4, you still have so many games to be played, and that just shows how quickly things...
About 2 minutes has gone by in today's ball game. The shot again by Braun. Back-to-back baskets for Agatha Braun. Braun goes to Sherba. Sherba pulls back, goes to Santos for 3. The tap to Onyanwa. Oma goes back to Braun. Braun again. Same spot, same result. Kyla Sunga couldn't get that one in. Oh, but she gets another chance at it. On top of Onyanwan, a great basket there by Kai. Soriano goes to Danganan. They skip it over to Sherba. Sherba attacking baseline. And the basket is good for Danganan. Instead of shooting from the outside.
And that just shows the basketball IQ. And look at that pass from Sherba. Beautiful one-handed pass.
And again, it's Sherba who's on the run, using her body, getting that bucket in. Goes to Dizon. Go. Attacks. Wow, what a block there by Maglupay. But the follow-up here for Dizon.
Shantae Dizon has been big this season. She didn't get much playing time towards the start of round 1, but they've started to increase her minutes as the season's going along.
The second chance opportunity favoring the UST Growling Tigresses. So both of these teams are in the penalty already. Santos attacking. Santos fumbled the dribble and was able to recover and get that shot in.
We see here off of this 2-3 zone, UST just swinging the ball. 2 passes. Bridget Santos finding the gaps. Getting into that.
It's almost impossible to recognize that as Agatha Braun finally misses in that last opportunity, but Ken Pastrana giving UST a 3-pointer.
And they're finding ways to execute, even though UST is such a good defensive team.
Oma Onyanwa, again, we were talking about those offensive boards. And being coached by Coach Heidi,
of course,
means that you need to be fast. Just like how Santos is running and gunning.
It seems like LaSalle's like really competing here in the second round. In the first round, UST was dominating much of the game.
First game of the second round for both of these squads, UST and LaSalle. Adamson winning over UE, which is why LaSalle is chasing the record of Adamson. But right now, Oma Onyanwa and the rest of UST taking the advantages to the next level for the Tigresses.
And you're exactly right, Rain. On that last possession, Oma had Kamba guarding her, so that was a mismatch for sure. And UST capitalizes on that and gets a second possession.
For UST inside that paint, absolutely dominating. And here's something you don't see all the time. Oma getting a steal, passing up ahead to Reliquete.
Eka, forward pass to Pastrana. Reliquete, back to Pastrana, goes to Onyanwa. Oma, right hand finish is good. And now it's with Anastasio. The block there by Ken. So hopefully they're able to bounce back. Now the question is, how far can UST push their margin? Because at the moment, 38-15, make that 40. You're absolutely right. Trisha Mendoza in that last in that last season. 7 out of 18, now just 3 out of 12. But
And she has the confidence, and sometimes that confidence comes from your high school program.
yeah,
There's quite a few girls out on that court today that have come from the UST high school program. But it's nice to see De La Paz for La Salle
yeah, finally.
get their first points of this second quarter.
Finally, someone cutting the drought here, but Bridget Santos just answering right back in the face of Lisa De La Paz.
And I like that nonchalant backpedal celebration from Bridget Santos.
Angas eh. Bridget Santos, a defensive stop this time around. Barbie, the how off the glass and in.
Barbie Dahao taking a page out of Bridget Santos's book with that mid-range off the board jumper.
Kyla Go and the rest of La Salle trying to find answers. Instead, it's a swipe here by Pineda. Maglupay, the bang and the bucket.
Hand straight up, getting the steal, and I like the patience. She was patient, waiting for her players to get down court. And it was CJ Maglupay to finish there.
So that, these Phil foreigners need to learn to understand where their team is at.
You need to know the culture, the DNA of the team, because you're becoming one with the team. So it's important that they learn this.
Zaina Lubrico was able to get that bucket in. Now it's Kai Danganan with the ball. 8 seconds on our game clock. Eka to Barbie. Dahao for 3. Yeah, in terms of turnovers, La Salle is averaging 24.9. So in that first quarter, they were coming close to their season averages throughout the whole game.
And then you have to credit the
4 seconds on the shot clock. Kamba takes a peek at it. The block there by Onyanwa. Santos on the move.
It seems like after La Salle's first option isn't there, they don't know what to do. And then they're scrambling, trying to execute a broken play.
Great example of a pick and roll there between.
Make sure you're finding the best possible option.
And the best possible option in that last play was Barbie Dahao.
Barbie Dahao, 3 out of 4 from the arc here in this game today. And that makes her the leading scorer for UST right now with 11 points.
Trisha Mendoza answering right back.
You're exactly right, Rain. You could be a coach. That was a good observation.
May hiring po ba? Great move there by Kyla Go. Finally. You can see Nick Kamba also 0 out of 8. So it's not as if they aren't shooting their shots. It's just they're not making it. But Kyla Go pulls back. She's going against the rookie. Go, step through. Beautiful move there by Kyla Go. The first time they have outscored UST in today's matchup. Sunga wanted to add to that, just couldn't get it in.
I'm liking these attempts on the offensive end from La Salle. But that is one thing you can't do.
Yeah. Sir, kung may ganyan pala ang Eka Soriano, akala ko ang tapang-tapang nito eh. But look at the block there by Oma.
The basketball team becomes your second family.
Absolutely.
Because you spend so much time with them, training, at games, off season.
And that's why they have...
She's already looking down court. And that's just knowing your personnel and knowing the system that you're running.
Hoy Danganan off the glass and in.
And then I'll sub you. I'll give you a break. But I want you, when you're out there, to give your 110%.
Yeah, interestingly enough, as Oma gets that basket in,
UST had 83 bench points the first time these two teams met. 83. That is absolutely insane.
but counterpoint on that, as you see the shot there by Braun, counterpoint to that is these two teams are actually 2 out of 3 teams in the league where the bench scores more than their starters. The only other team other than LaSalle and UST is UE. But you can see na, it's not a lack of talent here on the side of LaSalle why they are down. It's just, this game hasn't been favoring them because they don't really have that much answers to the defense here of UST.
Yep. And they don't also have.
And again, we were talking about the stakes of today's game. Of course, UST is trying to stay undefeated in their first game in round number 2. But on the other hand, LaSalle,
That middle group of the standings is going to get interesting with each and every game. And we're going to see how it's going to play out because every single game is going to matter here in this second round.
well, she is the top scorer for a time here for UST. Kyla Go was blocked by CJ Maglupay.
At guarding anything that comes around the rim inside that paint. CJ Maglupay, one of their better defenders.
Barbie Dahaw kicks it over to Agatha Braun. Renequete kicks it over to Barbie. Dahaw for 3. No. CJ, offensive board, the drop pass. Agatha Braun again. And you can see UST truly barking at LaSalle, but the basket and one, and the shrug there by Kyla Go.
Jana kind of barking at each other. But Kyla, this is the type of aggression you need when you're down in a ball game, driving hard to the basket. My knees cannot anymore.
I roll my ankle, I'm down 2 weeks.
That is why we are here on the panel now. That intensity, just like Anastasio there, keep driving the ball to get yourself to that free throw line.
And on the other hand, in terms of UST, I mean, obviously, it is going to be...
And this second round is going to be very different for them because they are the team to go after and they have a target on their back. So it's important that they execute that consistency all throughout the second round.
Kyla Go, take a look at that.
Nice anticipation, getting that read, and then finishing through the contact. And it's also kind of flattering because if you have a player like Ken Pastrana trying to get in your head, that means something.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, the mere... Kyla Go checks out for Zyla Lubrico. Zyla for 3, gets that bucket in.
Zyla, excellent handoff by Sunga. Zyla able to knock down that 3-point. It can't just be certain games or certain quarters.
8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 out of 6 is Zyla Lubrico.
It's that point guard position that is struggling for LaSalle to even initiate an offense because UST is blitzing them early on.